Greetings, Sentinels. I pray this message finds you and your families well as we near the end of the first week for the 2021-2022 school year. It is a privilege to serve as your principal, and I look forward to a wonderful year. The past 18 months have been challenging, living through a global pandemic. But I look back, and there are countless times where the love of God has blessed my life during that same time. One of the gospel readings from a few weeks ago was from Matthew, and it is when Jesus walks on water during the storm. He tells the apostles, "Do not be afraid, it is I." Peter wants to be with the Lord so bad that he walks to him out on the sea. But Peter starts to doubt, and he starts to sink. He starts to drown. There are times that I feel the same way as Peter does. So I want to make sure that I'm keeping my eyes looking up to Christ, and that I'm keeping my faith on His goodness. I also need to find ways on how I can help others do the same. After all, it is our school's mission to do what we do as one Catholic faith community. This is everyone's responsibility. It is in this spirit that I want to make peace and unity a focus area for our school community this year. And to be clear, this does not replace our charism of faith, it supports it. So why peace and unity? Our world, community, school, homes, and hearts can always use more. I'm worried that our lack of interaction has caused us to drift apart from others during the pandemic. I also see significant divisiveness in our society, in our church, and even in our school community. I have faith that God has provided us with all the blessings we need to live united as one. And working towards peace and unity does not mean that we always agree, but that we share a mutual respect for one another and try to resolve our differences and disagreements through dialogue where we assume the good in the other person. Always seeking to work towards peace will keep us united. In the 4th chapter of St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians, we are reminded to live our lives in a manner worthy of our call. St. Paul even tells us how we can do this. We can live a life worthy of our call by practicing humility and gentleness, and by practicing patience and love. Working towards the manner worthy of our call through humility, gentleness, patience, and love will help us preserve unity through peace and ultimately lead us to enjoy God's peace and love, empowering us to be the light of Christ to others. Let's make this our focus. Let's be intentional with what we do and how we do it so that we can all work towards this goal. I will begin by acknowledging that if I ask to grow in these areas of my life, that I will be given the chance to practice patience, humility, and gentleness. This also means that I will be given the opportunity to lose my patience, or respond out of pride, or respond with rigidness or harshness in my words and actions. I also worry that the more good that we do in our work, the more busy we become, the higher the likelihood of evil disrupting or attempting to disrupt our peace. We need to guard against this. I pray that I take advantage of the chances I encounter to spread peace and unity by just choosing to display patience, humility, gentleness, and love when I am presented with the opportunities. I humbly ask that you reflect on how you can help support this focus area. I look forward to a great year, and I wish you a wonderful weekend.